Live from Long Island, New York. It's springtime. Love, death, and taxes. Love is in the air. Hello, Agnes. How are you doing? It's Ryan and
A
Neil here.
wonderful,
Thank you so much.
wonderful. Thank you. It's a renewal time. It's new
Thank you.
hope, new chances,
Thank you so
new
much.
everything.
Thank you so much.
Rebirth, rebirth.
Look at something bright and new that you can check out. This is Agnes Amisano's uh, Agnes's art. He's calling it right now.
Mhm.
Uh, Covering many of her folk art style. Look at this. Oh, what's that? What's it? It's behind her. It's behind her. But yeah, Agnes does some amazing, mainly oil. There's some watercolor, but mainly oil, right?
Acrylic.
Yeah, acrylic. And
Yeah.
so there's a lot of those in there. And so she put together this lovely book as well. So if you want to check out agnesamisano.com and see all the books that she has there, that is one of the most lovely ones. Yo, Agnes, what'd you do? What did you do? It was Easter. I know what I was doing Easter. I was pretty much laying down here, working on something, um, shielding my head from bombs, texting, texting a young lady.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell more, tell
Oh.
more. Come on,
Oh
come on.
no, no. As a matter of fact,
Well,
I should shut my mouth because she might actually be the one of the persons who is watching
mhm.
us tonight. So,
I told you my goal is to marry you off. So,
oh, je suis malade, j'ai
if you,
mal à
you
la tête.
if you're not gonna
Ah!
take things into your hands, I will.
No, you're gonna get me right over there. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, okay. So that is way early talk for all of that. Okay, we just we barely talk, barely just the ticks and backs and forth. Yeah, it's encouragement. See, how
Well,
was your Easter?
like
What'd you do?
you're trying to change the subject
I said,
now.
of course I'm trying to take
I
this
said,
up. You're gonna make
you know you're not gonna get away with that, right?
no, I'm not allowed. um, how was Easter for you?
Um, hmm. A week leading to Easter was something different, not something that I was planning on.
Uh-huh.
So my client was on trial on Riverhead, and he ended up in a hospital.
Mm.
Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, he was in a hospital in Riverhead. So I was going back and forth, back and forth. There was a lot of different things to take care of that I was not planning for Easter. Then other things came up. So it wasn't the preparation as I wanted to be, not the spiritual preparation that, I should have,
Oh, because you were
especially in a
busy.
Holy Week.
Okay.
Yes, I had to go to court for him and everything else. So that was, it was different. It was different, more
Vibe
into
than you're used to.
a rush, which I don't like. I refuse to deal with dramatic experiences and things like that. So
You do that fishes, right? That fishes thing. What is that? Seven
that's
fishes,
on
the feast of the
Fri-
seven fishes.
that's Friday. That's
Okay.
Friday.
Oh,
That
on Good Friday. Okay, yeah.
we didn't do everything the way we wanted to do, the way we supposed to do it, but we had, smaller version of everything. And on Sunday, we had my mother-in-law here, and my sister-in-law. So it was lovely dinner.
It was lovely.
It was lovely dinner.
It's
It
lovely.
was lovely dinner. No, actually, it was very nice. It was very nice dinner.
All
Yes,
right. So that is good. That's good. That's good to hear. And
and we had a death in the family just 2 days ago.
oh no.
Yes,
You see your family so large though. So sometimes I'm surprised and then sometimes I'm like, but somebody was not, you know what I mean? So
that's my
someone was not
husband's
well.
from my
It was
husband's side
oh
in
your
the
husband's side.
Mexico. A
Oh.
very lovely lady, his aunt.
Hmm.
his godfather's mom, his godfather's wife has passed
Yeah.
away. Lovely lady. She was a principal in a school. She was a painter herself. She was an artist. So we're gonna miss her dearly. She was
Oh,
lovely,
okay.
really lovely. I will always remember a very nice visit that we had a few years ago at their home. We went to New Mexico. They were wonderful, wonderful hosts, and so my deepest condolences to the whole family,
The whole
to
family.
her
All right.
kids and
Yeah. And
grandchildren. Yeah.
David, family, I extend mine as well. I'm sorry to hear that, but at least was she not well? Was she
He was not well, and I have to tell you, it's for me, it's a little bit different outlook on
now?
passing, on
Yes.
the transition,
Right.
as
Which
they
is what
call
we're
it.
talking about. Okay, we're going to
Yes,
talk about that a
uh,
little bit.
just for the ones that are being left behind, for the
Mm.
children and grandchildren, they not. I'm sure they're not listening. They have other things to do today, but it's no one wants to hear certain things. But I know that she is very happy right now um, with her husband, because since a few years ago her husband passed, David's godfather.
Oh.
She missed him so dearly, and
Mm.
you could even see in daily posts on Facebook
Okay.
how she wanted to be with him. So the only good thing from her passing is that she is with the love of her life.
Okay. All
That's
right.
the that's a little comfort, at least for me. Like, I know, because she was suffering without him. She was in her 80s.
Yeah.
So she's definitely, I know she's smiling and being happy, and they continue being walking hand in hand right now together. So I know
Yeah.
that, again, that's not what her children wanted to hear, or her grandchildren. You know what I mean?
No. No,
Yeah,
exactly. And
yeah,
so you deal with them in a different way. She's now Nana or whoever,
yeah.
she's gone. But you understand that she might actually be in a better place as far as that's concerned. So that is one of the things you were working on the last time we were speaking, that you have become a death doula. Or well, it's just horrible. Ugh, even the way I say it, this is the word
End
death doula.
of life, end of life specialist.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah. It's much
nice,
better.
because doula, it's usually what is your mind going when you hear word doula? Usually birth, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's transition from the mother's womb to into this world. Dev
Mm,
doula deals with transition from this world into, you know expiring into. So it's many, many things that people like that are doing. And I did this just simply to have a little bit better understanding for the families that are being left behind, of everything
right.
to deal with, and that's what they have to deal with beside their grief. So it's a lot. It's really a lot.
Yeah.
So when people are coming to bereavement group, they are being overwhelmed by so much. So yes, there will be fantastic thing if everyone could hire someone, or act, from family or friends, act like the specialist for the end of life. And not everyone has my personality, where I am, maybe too prepared for that. It's
Right.
not that I'm
Right.
looking for that.
Right. You're not you
I'm
looking,
not.
but you're kind of like, okay, you understand that it's a transition, it's a change. There might be children involved who really don't get it. There might be older people involved who just are too hurt or whatever. The truth is, it's kind of like having a special kind of therapist around after people die, right? Because
it,
listen, some people need to go to therapy after somebody dies. You know what I mean? May have unresolved issues with them or whatever it is. And so you help those people as well, right?
yeah.
Really, this is for the people who are left behind, this
And
service.
actually, see, there's another thing that doulas being involved before someone passes.
Hmm.
Because
Oh,
if
okay, okay.
someone has my personality, they want to be prepared. I
Hmm.
cannot imagine leaving someone behind with all the all the problems and all the decisions. Uh, I have been in that situation, and
Mm.
I don't want to do that to somebody.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
it was my mother that put me in charge of her funeral,
Right.
which I knew 2 years before, but I never make any preparation. So in the
Right.
last
Right.
moment, I was like, "What am I doing?" And because of my experience, I decided that I don't want anyone to make decisions
Right.
for me and thinking, do you think she would like that? What do you think? Maybe not. Maybe I should do something because in that moment, people questioning themselves. They want to
Yeah.
do something special, but they are not sure. So if there were no conversations, if there is tragic death or there is sudden death, or if there is you're dealing with people that they don't want to discuss it ahead of time because they don't want to simply deal with that. That's
Right.
another personality. That's their choice. Then it's very difficult.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
being end of life specialist, as I like to call it, it's nice to have someone who's going to support you emotionally, spiritually, put you on the right track with legal documents because there's
Right.
many. Someone who's going to be compassionate, someone
Yeah.
who's going to prepare you to leave legacy if you wish to do that. Someone who's going to provide grief counseling or some support for the family afterwards.
Okay.
Someone who's going to help you arrange maybe a vigil.
Mm.
People dying in different places. Not
Yeah.
everyone dies in a hospital. Many people would rather pass at home.
Yeah.
So, for the to have this done properly, so it wouldn't be a burden for the whole family. So you making arrangements. Okay, you know what? Because they don't have to feel bad that they didn't sat all night with the person. Maybe there will be every few hours someone will change. Maybe someone will make refreshments. Someone like me would make preparations for those people that are going to be sitting with the person. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Or even things as you know making sure that the person is not suffering or that they being their dignity is being preserved because people passing at different stages of illness. It's not that everyone will just go to sleep and never wake up. We wish for that kind of ending, but it not always happens. And due to illnesses there might be some physical um how to say this people can have some side effects of illness.
Just say it. Just say it. What are you talking about? You're
Uh,
saying something, but I don't know
trying
what you
to be
mean.
nice about it.
Give me an example.
There might be drooling involved. There might be
Oh,
diapers involved.
okay.
There are
All right.
different things. There are
Oh, I
different
get
things.
what you're
And
saying. Oh,
so
okay.
someone
Oh,
like
they could be in a state that I have seen it where the person looked like they did not enjoy passing. Like the passing of that person was with a certain amount of terror. And as a result, you're talking about diapers, but just imagine what was in the diapers if you did not have a diaper on. And
yeah,
like contortions of the face. You're
yes.
right. I see what you're saying. In some cultures, they put like coins on your eyes so that your eyes aren't open out like this, bugging at people when you're
Well,
passed
can
away.
close them as long they're, in a few hours of passing, then they can be closed. You have to know how to do it, but not
Yeah.
believe it or not, not everyone from even the closest family members, wife or a husband, they might be afraid of doing that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so
The
it,
rigor mortis of it and all of that.
yeah, so
Did you, have you ever had someone pass away on you, like physically, like the body was in the house or in the hospital or whatever? Have you ever had that situation? Have you had to handle a dead body?
yes,
Okay.
I'm the one who closed my father's in-law eyes.
Mm.
Um, and you know, when I was a child and a teenager, there was several deaths in the family where they actually at that time they kept the body in a house.
Mm.
So this all too familiar, the smell, the dealing with body and things like that. I was dealing with my mother's body as well. She died of lung cancer, and whoever is familiar with that, they know what is happening to body afterwards.
Hmm.
So actually, my niece, it's she was a young girl, and we didn't allow her to see my mother before we closed
Yeah.
the.
You're scared.
She still has that against me. But I
Uh,
told her that it's like that was to protect her because we were afraid of what's going to happen. The side effects of illnesses, even either before, or during the transition or afterwards, not always it's nice. It's not like you coming, you hugging someone, you saying,
right.
nice things. They tell you I love you, and they passing. They many occasions that's just not even possible.
Yeah.
You know,
Looking back now, no. Do you think she could have handled it? Do you think no, as a, now, knowing what you know now, do you think you'd have preferred, no?
I
You
am a
still would have
strong
made the same
person.
decision.
I am a strong person, and I
Hmm.
still. It's 18 years this year, and I still remember it was not something that, um,
Okay.
especially a young person should see it.
Hmm.
The side effects were a little mortifying. So yes, that's unfortunately that's what happens to human body. Um, and someone who is a specialist of you know dev dual on or end of life specialist can prevent certain things because you already know, either out of experience or simply doing research, you already know what to expect.
Okay.
And arranging vigil, you pick people that they can either handle that, or you arranging shorter period of time for someone who is not as strong or who is um, you know uh, struck by grief already. And so
Yeah.
it's families, they trying to do their best, but it's not always in the best interest of a person who is passing. So
Yeah.
having someone on site who is willing to help with the arrangements and keep everything respectful and with dignity for the person who is passing, it's a beautiful thing. Of course, person like that does not is can put you on the right path with legal stuff, but it's not legal advisor. Bless you. It's not a medical assistant, but can help with providing some medications. But it's not a medical assistant, so it's not like you hiring a nurse. It's not like that.
Okay.
Either you hiring before to give help to that loved one that cannot do certain things, or even keep this companionship and discuss. So what would you like to do? How would you like to handle that? And you know what would you like to leave behind you? What kind of footprint would you like to leave behind? People record tapes,
Yeah.
videos. um, they make
Mhm.
make sure that they have albums with pictures that they want to share with the loved ones, and they want to leave certain stories, and there's many different things.
Yeah.
This is not all about what did you leave for me when it comes to monetary benefits, because
Right.
That's not what this is all about. This
You're,
is
you're
all,
taking more about the emotional and more relationship aspects of the passing as opposed to the material aspects of the passing.
that's
I
correct.
see what you're saying. Yeah, and it's important too because looking back, I don't think anybody really sat down and had the full conversation. Okay, so a weird thing happened. My grandfather, who was an older man, he was in his 70s, and so when he passed away, I kind of expected it. And I was at school, and I went home for the weekend and buried my grandfather. In Jamaica, they have this whole thing. It's like, call it nine night. And people come to the house and they stay up with the body in the thing. And I don't even know how they do it now, but there are people singing and
Mhm.
beating the drum and eating and coffee all night. I mean, I get no coffee. It's not really the best song, but that's like the song that it's like 4 o'clock morning and they want to get more coffee and they sing that song. But we call them Sankeys. So you would just sing different Sankeys about it's all, religious based, but the
Mhm.
person is there and you stay with the family because, yeah, I guess this is the same vigil type of thing.
Yeah.
But I went to that. My grandfather was buried, you know, and then when I went back, I used to go to boarding school in Knox College. When I went back, the young man who used to sleep in the bed across from my bed in the room had been stabbed
Hmm.
and killed. So now I'm coming from that one and I'm coming in and here's another coffin in the house and it was a whole thing. Like, first of all, I might have been 10, he was 12, but he was a big 12, like maybe even 13. And it was so weird to have the two deaths. And I don't think anybody really, the only discussion I remember hearing was the guy's mother was like, he's not going to bother Ryan. Ryan will be fine. He liked Ryan. I'm like, wait, wait. So that means he is here somewhere? But now I got to
And
deal.
who wouldn't bother you? Yeah. Yeah.
I was that wild. But yeah, and so the conversation was not real. And I think I moored him the rest of the year because I think that happened in maybe February or March. And uh, for the rest of the semester, I'm sleeping in this room with the empty bed over there. And it was kind of weird. And now I look back on it, I just, you just deal with it. But I was never scared because probably because of what his mother said. And it's true. He and I were friends. He was a little older, so he used to tease me a little bit. But for the most part, I didn't think of anything. But they used to say things all the time like, "Oh, maybe a Steve." His name was Steve. Maybe a Steve. Like something happened or some blow in the house. Oh, maybe a Steve.
People find comfort in
Yes.
knowledge that their loved ones are still around.
Or exactly.
So, for people that they are facing their own demise, it's
Hmm.
quite normal to question afterlife, if there's such a thing exists, if questioning God's existence,
Yeah.
questioning what's going to happen. It's a very interesting subject, and depending on what is your faith, what you believe in, if you believe in that you come back under, in different, just to different life, or even different gender, or different species. It's always question mark, depending of what you believe. and
Right.
and even yesterday at the meeting, in the bereavement group, there was a lot of talk about, does afterlife exists, that it's normal. It's really
No, no, no.
normal.
Set set this up for everybody. Let them understand. This isn't a Roman Catholic church, yes?
Yes.
And are all of these people Roman Catholic, or
Actually, this
maybe you
group
have
it is.
mixture?
No, this
Okay.
group it is.
And they are pretty much like, what is it? Is it their children who have died, or their
My
okay?
children.
In this particular one is children, right?
That's my
So
spot.
now they're worrying about whether or not their children have made it to.
No, it's not even that. But see, there's the group that I'm dealing with. It has kind of a natural way of things that happened, because the natural way will be the parent goes before the child, right? If your
Okay,
child, doesn't matter what how old it is,
right,
from teenage years to 50s or whatever, um doesn't matter how old the parent is.
yeah,
If they're bearing the child, that's just not natural way of going the way life's supposed to go. So
mm,
there is a lot of anger for anybody. It's like, why would you allow this to happen? Why are you punishing me? Why?
right,
I mean, are you even there? You're supposed to be merciful. You're supposed to be good to us. And you're punishing me for me.
yeah,
And I was so good, and I'm a good Catholic. And that's normal. That's not, there's a
yeah,
lot of anger. How could you allow this to happen? Whatever
yeah,
happened, to that person that passed, that's a normal thing to do. That's one of the priests from the prior parish could not understand, and he tried to impose certain things or prayers or music, and no one wants to come to the group and listen to the music that was played
no,
at
no,
the
they,
funeral mass and things like that. It's like a little understanding, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you wouldn't be upset with God, there will be something wrong with you.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
there is a process. That's grieving. It's
Right,
process, it's different steps. And at the very
huh?
beginning, that's a normal thing. Every single saint, to become a saint, you have to actually have doubts of God's existence. Do you know that?
Oh, that's one of the
Yes.
parameters that they have to
Yes.
actually meet.
So
Okay.
there's for a person who lost something so precious
Hmm.
as their own child, aren't you going to be angry?
Yeah, that would bother me if if I didn't think. See, that's maybe the way you're explaining this to me now. I'm starting to think, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Sometimes this is my therapy session. Okay, I'm starting to think that the reason why I accept death so well is specifically because of what I just told you about. How, of course, it made sense that my grandfather was supposed to die. But when I came back from his funeral and my roommate of 12, he couldn't have been older, he might have been 13 or 14, is dead and in a coffin in the living room. Um, I guess maybe I questioned all that at the time, but I know who I am now, and the person who I am now is like, well, random stuff happens to random people. And the thing that happened to him could have been avoided, but at the same time, he was a young person. You know what I mean? In your mind, you're like, what? What? How? Hey. It didn't make
Listen,
any
it's
sense.
it.
But now it
I'm
makes
gonna,
sense.
I'm gonna tell you two things. And number one of the participants said beautiful thing
Mm,
last week. She said, "Who am I to question God when He was dying on a cross? His mother wept. She saw that. She was right there. She saw him dying on a cross. So if the God didn't spare mother of His son, who am I to ask God, why didn't you spare me?
yeah,
Spare me
I get
that pain."
it. Yeah. I
So it's a
mean,
beautiful thing though that
yeah.
this participant said.
Yeah, if you think about it, it's written so very well. The Bible and the fact that all these things are happening make it so that you can find solace in that in the the things that have happened before in that book. It's actually quite. It's sort of kind of really good masterpiece. It's a masterpiece.
And there is another thing, and there is another thing when it comes to the
Yes.
religion. If we're looking from the religious point of view, that again,
Mhm.
people struck by grief don't see that right away. They need time to
Mhm.
process that.
Okay.
And everyone needs different timing. It's not like this week you have to feel this way, this week. It doesn't go that way. It doesn't go that way. If
Doesn't
each
work like
person
that,
is
huh?
different, yes. But if you want to start looking from the religious point of view, from Catholic point of view, don't forget that God gave us free will, and
Mm.
our actions sometimes lead us to certain things to happen.
Right. That you should not be
So
doing it. Now, this is what happened. You have free will, and the other people have free will. So, if you send ships into the Strait of Hormuz, guess what's going to happen to people in the Strait of Hormuz? There's going to be all sorts of stuff. Hey, I really think this has been a great show. Again, I'm going to tell you, ladies and gents, about the author. Agnes Amisano is a retired tax professional who has had a long, passionate relationship with art. Started drawing and painting in her childhood and continues to this very day. Agnes is extremely proud that three of her paintings are in the Papuzza Roma Museum in Warsaw. That's right, it's in Warsaw. You did tell me that. So if you
yeah,
were going to check out some of her, I'm trying to get it. So, oh, there you go. That's a great picture. But my dudes, that's good. But this is really good. This is Seven Rings, One Love. There is music to this, by the way. When you open the book, it doesn't play the music right away. But if you go on YouTube and stuff, you can find the music. There's also Agnes Amazon. I don't know if you guys know this. We've been busy. We've been busy. Yeah, this one is actual solutions to your tax problems. Secrets of a retired tax pro. This also is Agnes and some of the stuff that we used to talk about on the
yes,
show.
that's
And
our
then
book.
here's another one. Hearts in Chains, breaking free from toxic bonds. I cannot tell you how many. Isn't there another book? I think I'm leaving one out, right?
Yes,
It's
yes.
So You're Ready to Get Married,
So you
right?
think you're ready to be married?
You have to go to the website and check out here I'm going to give you the link. There's the link, agnesamasano.com/publications. You go there and you see all of those books that we have written over the last year. I am so proud of you. So proud to be associated. That's a great way to support the channel. If you do love to, hear about love, death, taxes, relationships, moving on from things, and dealing with money, this is the show. Please like and subscribe so that other people can find it. Share it with your friends. Let them know about it. If you want to send us something, you can always send to mailbag at love, death, and taxes. Do you know that you can write a comment like right underneath this right now, and we'll actually see your comment? We'll actually be able to respond to it in real time. We've had a few people
Yeah.
on the show tonight. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, if you wanted to, you could actually write something and say hello, and we'd be able to respond to you as well. Agnes, do you have anything to tell anybody before we go out? Because
Uh, yes.
I know you've got an appointment after this. That's why I'm trying to your appointment.
Yes, yes, I do. Cannot
She's
miss it.
busy.
Very important.
She's
Uh,
busy.
but very soon we're going to publish a single uh, that is very nice.
Look at that.
Yeah,
I guess I explained it.
yeah. uh, we're gonna have a new single. I start writing lyrics.
Oh,
And my cousin Pavel Piętka, very talented young man, working on the music. And I'm very proud. I sent you the sample of a song that
yes.
it's not work in progress. I decided to write a little bit more verses, so hopefully soon we'll be ready to be published on and display on Spotify, just like the other three songs. One is
Nice.
promotional for the book, Seven
Yeah.
Rings, One Love, and it's being presented by Roger Shar.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
there's another In Your Eyes. Again, that's a by Roger Shar, and You Never Came by Roger Shar and Avi Ami. Very beautiful duet, and there's more coming.
Yeah,
I enjoyed this very much. I
it's
didn't
great
even know.
music. It's
Yeah.
actually very good music, and that's from someone who is a disc jockey. I'm like surprised sometimes at the transitions that they go into and whatever. Not, it's actually decent music that you can listen to and enjoy. Um, all right,
So yes,
so
new
yeah, well,
ventures, new year, new ventures. So
new
let's.
ventures, all kinds of things. Oh, just so you guys know, how do I explain this? I don't even know how to explain this. I'm A2P approved. That means I can run artificial intelligence through the phone. Like I have artificial intelligence bots that can talk to you, respond to you. When you close your business at night, it's 5 p.m., and you think you're going to lose business, literally, an artificial intelligence bot can answer your phone for you. Never, never gets tired, never snaps at your customers, always there, and will set up your appointments. And if it's an emergency, like I have an exterminator, and if he has an emergency, like say there's like a raccoon in your basement or something, it'll send off the thing to go and get him anyway. I am so excited about this thing. So like I had to talk about it, but at the same time, it's like a weird thing to talk about at the end of one of our shows. But just very quickly, I did want to say, uh, uh, bonjour, Canada. How are you? It's good to see you. And yes, people, never feel bad about sending in some info or be worried about what you're actually going to write here. We have no judgment whatsoever, and that is why we tell you send in your info, ask a question at the mailbag at Love, Death, and Taxes. We can get back to like doing a lot of relationship stuff. This was a little. This is an interesting chat, Agnes. I was not expecting um, to find something else to think about as far as this is concerned, but I guess that's why I'm here, right?
Absolutely.
What a good
Absolutely.
time. All right,
New idea.
ladies and gentlemen, we see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.